Dude, we didn't plan this.
Good morning, Justin.
We both have outfits on. We didn't plan this.
We didn't. I put my shades on. I got the chain hanging out.
Dude, hold on. How did we both do this without planning in advance?
I don't know. Well, here's the deal. I woke up a little later. I was playing Call of Duty with my nephews last night, real late. But I had my, I answered the bell. I'm up. It was funny. You gave me a text message. Are you awake? But no, sunlight's a little sensitive this morning. No, I can't wear the shades.
Yeah, I can't either because here's the thing. I got regular glasses, so I can't wear the bling shades.
Oh, wow. Look at those things.
And I got this. Here's why I'm doing this today. All right. The reason is I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 horses to give out today. And I forgot I've also got the ring.
Pinky ring on top of that.
So many horses to give out today that I had to bling it up. And I didn't even get through the entire Del Mar card because I thought we might end up doing like a Del Mar live stream, maybe. I don't know what you got going on.
Listen, no, we're definitely going to be going live later. DeCaspers wants to come on live. By the way, we're going to have a show tomorrow morning.
Right. You got you and Emily about Hawthorne.
Emily and DeCaspers is going to join in on that.
Right.
For Hawthorne Sunday. So guys, check that out. I'll make a post on that. It's going to be part of Horsebit Entertainment.
I love Horsebit Entertainment. I really love it.
It's awesome. It's got so many great shows already, including this one.
Coffee with Dew, Del Mar with Dylan.
Coffee with Dew, Oaklawn Capping Hour.
Yep.
Sunday at Hawthorne. It's, we do it for the people. Well, this show does it for the people. The other shows, we'll see. Hopefully they'll be doing it for the people. Well, Oaklawn Capping Hour did it for the people. We did a good job on that one, but
yeah, you had a flat bet profit for the meet.
Yeah, that worked out really well.
And then last night we're coming off our political discussion. We do it all here. We do horses.
The Spaces is I texted you. The Spaces is a very good complimentary piece to Coffee with Dew.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah, maybe something. Who knows? Maybe someone important is going to tune in one day and think that we're just the most dynamic duo, and that we're going to get picked. We'll have our own TV show.
Well, I tagged Dave Portnoy. I think he should be watching our content because he's at Saratoga every Saturday.
Yeah, he's got that. Honestly,
well, he's looking for picks. He doesn't have to watch the whole hour that we do, but he could snag a few of our plays.
Yeah. So we have turf racing all over the place today. We've got good weather. It looks like Saratoga is going to be on the turf.
Good.
Ellis Park is going to be on the turf. I didn't even get to. I mean, there's so much racing today. I didn't even get to all of it. So if we do, you said we're doing a live stream. I think that's critically important. We've got Colonial Downs that kicks off at 1:30, and they've got multiple turf routes today. And you know how much I love turf routes. They've got turf route stakes races. I mean, it's just I haven't even dived into Colonial Downs yet. We've got I looked at a little bit of Ellis, not all of it. I didn't even open Gulfstream today. I haven't checked the turf condition.
Do we really want to look at Gulfstream today?
I don't. I mean, I gotta look at everything. I mean, winners can come from anywhere.
Well, what about a contest slate today? I mean, I like to talk about contest play on here too. We have a lot of good contest horse players that watch us. Is there anything on horse players or tourneys?
Well, there's
playing.
Don't forget, there's the big Monmouth contest today.
The Haskell.
Right.
You know what? I played in the feeder yesterday. I obviously don't play a lot of Monmouth, and their dirt racing there. It just has me baffled. I'm not very good at playing Monmouth. Have to be honest. I might not play Monmouth.
Yeah, I did handicap Monmouth. I just couldn't find anything that I thought was super exciting. I told everybody in the group that that I'm going to be entering the $1,000 Monmouth contest, but I think I'm probably going to end up going back on my word there. I mean, I think there are just better ways for me to invest $1,000 today
Right.
than in the Monmouth contest, even though, because like I think there were two horses that I found on the card that I was looking for that I thought were good plays, but they're both short prices, and I just didn't think.
Well, the main slate today for the contest is Monmouth 9 through 12, Saratoga 8 through 10 and 12th race, and then DMR 1 and then 3 through 5. So a lot of Saratoga, DMR, but 4 races at Monmouth, the last 4 races.
Yeah,
So I'm going to be forced to look at those races at some point.
And then there's the Haskell. I think, I don't know if you have been following the news from there this week, but I guess one of the Rapoli horses is supposed to scratch. Maybe it's been released, but I think it's either Mind Frame or Fierceness is going. Oh, I think I read Fierceness is not running. So
yeah, Fierceness is a goofy horse. There's something going on there. Dornock, I would want to play against that one. I don't want to dive into the race really, but just scanning through it.
Yeah, I mean, I think Mind Frame.
Mind Frame. If Fierceness is not in, I don't trust Dornock. I think Mind Frame.
Timberlake. I think you have to play against.
Timberlake. Boy, we haven't seen him since Oaklawn, and I didn't really think he was much at Oaklawn. He surprised me in the Rebel, but it wasn't a very crazy fast figure. He beat horses called Common Defense and Northern Flame. And where are those horses?
I think that if you're going to play if I play the Haskell, which I probably won't, I'll probably play a Pletcher Exacta, Mind Frame over Tuscan Sky, or maybe I'll go the other way. Maybe I'll play Tuscan Sky over Mind Frame. That's the only bet, because I don't like Dornock. I think Timberlake, maybe I'd be surprised if he's ready to run a big one. You got several horses in this field that are just completely outclassed in every sense of the word.
Yeah, I mean, Jasper's Pride. I mean, hey, maybe you want to collect a check stretching out here. Couldn't even win a state bred race. And then, just step on it. 31% trainer. But my dad's got horses in his barn that would smoke this thing. Anyway.
Should we get into the did you realize that Indiana Grand is all quarter horses today?
No, I did not realize that. And now that I know that, I won't even pull up the PPs.
No need to look at that.
No.
Again, there's just so much. Yeah, and Rapoli just tweeted, Fierceness will scratch from the Haskell.
Wow.
Which I thought I had read that. Maybe I just read speculation. I don't know, but so I'm going to try to play a Pletcher Exacta cold in there, probably the bigger price. Mine probably favorite.
Yeah, Tuscan Sky, second time blinkers, ran huge with the blinkers off that little layoff, and that's probably going to be the wise guy horse in here because it's the best price and it ran fast. But
if I hit something early, maybe I'll enter the Monmouth. I think you can enter the Monmouth. Well, I might have to do it before noon, so I'm probably not going to get in. You want to start with one race. I like one race at Ellis Park today. If you want to start there, then we can get into
Ellis Park. Okay, let me pull up Ellis because I didn't even have it pulled up. But let's. I know you're a big Kentucky guy. Have you ever been to Ellis Park?
Negative.
Really?
And what I've heard is it's not very nice, to be honest. I've heard.
Listen, it's Ellis Park. It brings me back to the boys club days at Hot Springs, Arkansas. Okay. It used to be just the boys club, not the boys and girls club back then.
Right.
And they had an old baseball, like the baseball stands. They were very old. And it looked like that. It was basically concrete benches, wooden tables, Um, just a dump. I think you can buy corn dogs and hot dogs, and that's about it. Uh, they just made a casino adjacent to it, but it's made it's almost like a pole barn.
Wait, where are we talking about here?
Oh yeah. So I was talking about Ellis Park.
Yeah,
I mean,
there's a casino next to Ellis Park now.
it's like a little building. It's probably it's like a pole barn, and it's got slot machines, and it's
Hmm.
just it's not a very fan friendly place to sit. And put it this way, if you want to go there and like plug in your laptop, good luck.
Yeah, I have not heard good things. I did not know there was a casino adjacent to Ellis Park. I did not know that.
Yeah, and the area is kind of, I don't know. What's this here? Who do you like in the first race at Delmar today? I hope it's a turf race.
Yeah,
We'll look at it.
We'll get to that. I think when we that might be for the live. If we do a live stream later today, maybe we get into it then. I've got one play at Delmar. It's the ocean side, which we'll get to.
First race is a dirt race at Delmar. We'll probably have to do that one on our live show.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll look at it at the end of the show though.
Go to Ellis Park Race 8.
All right, let me see if I can find it. Ellis Park.
Should be easy to find.
Yeah, it is. I got it up. You said race 8?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
So this is
mile and a
quarter on the turf. Non-winners the one other than. So there's a horse in here that definitely has the back class and has shown the ability to win this race, maybe even win it. I don't want to say comfortably because that would be a bit much, but number 4, Double Your Money. If we go back to the first career start, we don't need to watch replays here, but just kind of a recap of the career. Debuted in an 11-horse field at basically 7-2. So, I think they knew this horse had something resembling ability. Ran a good third, then stretched out the next start at Kentucky Downs, kind of in a look. We might call it. I didn't watch that replay. I did watch the race at the time because I remember going back to it and seeing that the Kentucky Downs race produced three next out winners, including the second and third place finishers. And Double Your Money had a sort of a semi trip of death in there. Came back in the Grade 2 Bourbon, another trip of death from post 11. Ran well, had the lead in the stretch, and just couldn't hold on. Got some time off, came back in a stakes race at Gulfstream Park, which had some good horses in it. Ran a respectable 5th, first off the shelf. Then tried a synthetic sprint, not his thing. A little more time off, comes back in another stake at Gulfstream. Runs second to a horse named Set, who has sort of disappointed in some stakes tries since, but Set is not a no slouch. Then comes back in another turf sprint. Again, to me, clearly not the horse's thing. What disappoints me is that last race at Indiana Grand, not a great start, but not a disastrous start. Had a pretty reasonable trip. There was really nothing wrong with it. It was favored, was the 5-2 favorite in there, and did no running whatsoever. Comes back here at 1.25 miles, which, if you draw a line through the last race, I think you could say that 1.25 miles makes a lot of sense for this horse. It's obviously concerning the way that horse ran in the last start, but I think if you can just find it in yourself to forgive the last race and say the horse had a bad day, and then draw the line through the May 1st race because it was a sprint and that's not what the horse does. I mean, look, there's a chance the horse is just simply going in the wrong direction, that the horse is off form and needs a layoff. That's very possible. But we're getting 8-1 here on a horse that on class, I really think has an edge over this field. And, I think it's worth taking a chance just in case they, they figured out what the issue was. Has had 3 workouts since that last race. Brian Lynch is having a good meet. Christian Torres and Brian Lynch have teamed up to win 3 of 8 races together. So I think there are things to like about number 4, Double Your Money, if you can sort of hold your breath and forgive that last effort.
Yeah, Lynch is doing well. He's a good turf trainer. And that race, those races at Kentucky Downs, those are grueling.
They are.
And it's weird. Like we were talking a little bit about yesterday, about the Kentucky Downs, but the actual, when you're watching the races there, just flat footed on the rail, in the tent area, the horses actually like disappear on the far turn. They go down like a hill. You could see the top of the jockeys' heads.
Yes.
It's so crazy. And it's a grueling type of race. I like that race is a mile, that second race that he won.
Yeah.
They play like an extra 16th.
Or more. Yeah, I completely agree with you.
Like an extra 16th is added on. Yeah. So it showed stamina there. Lynch, I'm surprised at the campaign of this horse. Kentucky, Florida, back to Kentucky, Indiana. Now we're here at Ellis, but just the distances and that race at a mile was so good. You got the trip of death at Keeneland. Why not go longer on 2 turns again? I don't.
Well, the horse was 36-1 in that Churchill 5.5 that May 1st race. I think the bettors thought, look, this is not a sprinter. I don't know. Who knows why the horse was in there? That last effort was just so disappointing. So I mean, there's things to look at. People will probably draw lines to this horse and say that he's going in the wrong direction. And there's a very good chance they're correct, but there's also a chance that the horse steps back up and at the extra distance, the class kind of shines through a little bit. Maybe even though the horse wanted a mile, maybe the mile is not the optimal distance. Like you said, that Kentucky Downs win at a mile. It plays a little bit longer than that. Maybe this horse needs to be. Maybe the horse will be a little more forwardly placed if we get a slowish pace here. I don't know. I'm going to take a swing if we get a good price at something like 3-1, 4-1. I'm not going to play this horse. I'll just watch it and maybe play a small exacta with a couple prices underneath. But give attention to the tote board in Ellis Park Race 8, the 4, Double Your Money.
And I would assume that trip wise. I mean, we shouldn't be too far out. I guess the 3 showed a little bit of route speed there last time. I would assume with us stretching out, we should be prominent early and in contact. That's where you want to be in these 1.25 mile, 1.5 races anyway. You don't want to be dwaddling way in the back. So no. I like the potential pace scenario we get. And like you said, Christian Torres, 28% at the meet and really good at Oaklawn. Has been even better here. And he and Brian Lynch are 3 for 8 in limited starts. So 2 of them here.
Yeah, in fact, the last 2 years, they've won 2 out of 3 together at Ellis Park. They're the jockey stats. They're 67% winners from three races together. So I mean, and then the final point is if buyer speed figures are your thing, you got the 2 favorites. The 1 and the 2 are at best low 80s buyer horses. Double Your Money has run a low 80s buyer. So at his best, he can compete, and we might get a price because of those last 2 races. That's kind of the angle. We might get a price. That's it for me from Ellis.
Price is right. I like it.
I have got 4 plays for Saratoga today. Well, I've got 3, and one of our Spaces friends last night, Jay Saratoga, gave out a horse in the opener at Saratoga today.
Really?
So I can't take, yeah, I wrote it down. I can't take credit for this pick, but if you want to go to Saratoga's first,
I'm there.
So he said on the air, the other Sherry DeVoe, which I'm interpreting to be the 2 because
Oh yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, I remember he was talking about this one. The 2, right?
Yeah, because the 6 is, I guess, the main Sherry DeVoe, 6-1 on the morning line. But the 2 is Without Caution, 15-1, and I'm assuming that this is the horse that Jay Saratoga was talking about. By the way, and I think this is public because we discussed it last night on our Spaces, I have essentially bought a Donald Trump presidency by wagering substantially with you and Jay at 3-1 odds.
3-1 for.
And the bet is.
Did we disclose the amount?
I mean,
it was 3-1 odds.
3-1 odds. The bet is, what I'm betting is that Donald Trump will never be president again. What it actually is, the technical verbiage of the bet is that when this current term is up, whether
he won't be inaugurated.
Whether it's Joe Biden that finishes the term or Kamala Harris or someone else, the next term will not be Donald Trump. Donald Trump will not serve in the White House essentially ever again. Now, technically, Trump could lose this election and then run again in 4 years and win, but I would still win the bet if that happened. What I'm betting is that Donald Trump is not going to serve as president in the next presidential term, because even if he wins, my belief is that we can save this for Spaces. My belief is that the forces that are working against Donald Trump and against nationalism are too powerful, and they will prevent Donald Trump from serving as president, even if he wins the election. But anyway, so Jay Saratoga, our friend from the Spaces episode, gave out number 2 with caution.
Without caution.
Thank you. Without caution, as a sneaky tip. Now, I'm not a tip guy. I don't think we like to give out tips generally because they usually lose. But I'm not going to pass up.
Well, I can tell you what. Let me look right now. Take it back. It's not part of the early bird, so I can't use it there. No,
that surprises me. Wonder why? Oh, because they don't want to use it. So many first-time starters. I get it.
But I noticed there's the siblings. There's 2 siblings. I don't know if there's not enough information because they're from overseas, or it says unraced horse.
Well, that's because they've never raced in the U.S.
Is that why?
Well, one's a 3-year-old, one's a 4-year-old. We don't have any idea if.
Yeah, so they're from, obviously across the pond there. So I don't have anything to look at there. The brood mare was bred well. Didn't win, so maybe it had some physical issues. But the work tab's good. I expanded the work tab. I mean, if you look at the last 4 or 5 works, they're all really, really good. And Sherry DeVoe is you're a fan of her.
Yeah, and she's having a great meet at Saratoga.
And if you look at Lascano, who's only 6%, but he's 20% in the year, he's doing good stuff with Sherry DeVoe so far in limited starts. Here, well, yeah, 2 for 4 at Saratoga the last couple of years.
Yeah. So anyway, that's the tip, and then my plays come later in the card. In fact, I just realized this. They are 3 of the 4 legs in the pick 4.
The late pick 4. So we go to race 9.
Let's go to race 9.
Optional claiming 80 mile and 8th.
Yeah. Nothing too clever here. I watched these replays. I was trying to get to a different horse than I'm ultimately giving out. If the 9 Steady On wins, I'm really going to kick myself in the ass, because I tried hard to get to this horse, but in the end, I just didn't think that last effort was. It had been coming off a long layoff. I get it's now second start off a long layoff, and it has, I think, the back class and the ability to make it to be prominent here and have run a big race. But I think the horse that I believe is the most likely winner in here, and this will surprise no one because the horse is the morning line favorite, is number 2, Major Dude, who I'm going to try to link up in an exacta with 2 sort of price horses. We'll call them 2 non-favorites. I just think Major Dude is the most likely winner. Gets a rail trip. Ran a really good race last time off the bench. I think a mile. This is the first time he's gone a mile and an eighth, and my belief is that if a horse is capable of being up close at a mile and sort of hanging around at the end, but maybe not being at its best at a mile, that bodes well for horses at a mile and an eighth. I think a mile and an eighth is kind of you have like the mile and 16th races, then you get up to the mile and an eighth. And I do feel that some horses just improve specifically when they get that extra 100 or 200 yards. And I think Major Dude is going to be obviously on the inside, is probably very capable of getting the lead. The 9 is also trained by Todd Pletcher and also has the ability to be close. I don't see the 9 and the 2 going at it. They're both Pletcher horses. I could see maybe the 2 taking back ever so slightly, letting the 9 clear and get the lead, and then the 2 gets first run. I don't really care either way because I think Major Dude is better. The 2 horses I'm going to try to get into the exacta are number 4, Harlan Estate, 20-1 on the morning line, and number 6, Cash Equity, Safi Joseph and Tyler Gaffalione at 8-1 on the morning line. I think they will both be coming from off the pace and doing their best running late. I just think maybe the 9 gets the trip of death and fades. The 8 and the winner is, who, looking back through the PPs, I'm I know this horse has some ability. The horse was a stakes winner at Keeneland as a 2-year-old. But I think that a horse probably needs a race coming off the really long layoff. The 7 Signator, this is the first time on turf, and it sort of feels like they're like, well, we're out of ideas. Let's try something different. The 1 Pioneering Spirit for Linda Rice, I think that one, that one is one that I think could. I should probably think about putting the 1 in there too. Now that I'm looking at this, I might use the 1. This might turn into a 2/146 trifecta.
Yeah, I got to write this down. So race 8.
No, race 9. Race 9.
Or race 9, excuse me. The play is going to be.
I think it's going to be a trifecta, 2/146 over the 146. I initially was going to do a 2/46 exacta, and I probably will still do that. But I think we're going to toss the 1 in there in a trifecta and do a 2/146 over 146. The 5 Atone won the Pegasus World Cup Turf Invitational a year and a half ago and hasn't done a thing since.
It's 7, and it's
yeah. I mean,
it's a gelding, so they're just they're not going to retire the horse if it's somewhat competitive, and
yeah.
Year 2, that race right off the bench from that Kentucky Downs one in the fall, that was really good. And if you do remember, it did run 9 panels once on synthetic against 2 Phils in the Jack Ruby.
Yeah.
And that was a good
Jeff
effort. Two
Ruby.
fills.
Jack Ruby's the guy who shot Lee Harvey Oswald. Jeff Ruby is the name of the race.
Jeff Ruby. I said Jack Ruby. Okay.
Yeah.
Jeff Ruby.
And ironically, we've
Jeff
been talking about assassinations for a week here, and you bring up Jack Ruby, the guy that shot Lee Harvey Oswald, who's the guy that shot Kennedy.
Yeah, it's in my head.
Mm-hmm. We'll blame it on that. And then you have the three, Belluni, who is an obvious contender in here. You know, that horse has ability. I'm wondering if that horse, you know, that horse could obviously win or run second.
It could pick up some pieces.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the horse could win or run second. I think that, you know, now if I'm talking about playing a try, I got to keep the 3 out of the trifecta also, and you know.
Well, what if you did a 2 over a 1, 3, 4, 6? If you're worried about I mean, it's hard to leave Chad Brown off. I hate, like, he destroys me in contests. I don't play him. He beats me. I play him. It's just a nightmare for me. But
I don't like.
And I think the Caspers has the same problem with Chad Brown. But if you did a $5 try key 2, is that enough?
Well, the problem is
$60 a 2 over 4 horses.
I don't like doing a 1 by 4 by 4 in a field of this size. It kind of feels like you're cheating a little bit. I mean, I think I've got to hope that the 3 just. I think what I do is I play a 2 over 146 exacta, and I hope to keep the 3 out of the exacta, and maybe I play a 2 over 46 over the 1 3 4 6 in the try. Maybe that's what I do, and because I don't like 1 by 4 by 4 in a try seems, especially if you have
a price on top, I think it's okay to do that.
Yes, agreed.
Right.
But the 2 is going to be favored, and I know I'm not trying to get that way. So I think that's the play. 2 over the 4 6 over the 1 3 4 6, and try to crush the try.
So Jordan here says 6 outwork 2 on the dirt.
He's probably talking about Saratoga's first.
Oh, is that what it was?
I'm guessing.
Oh, my bad. That was like 8 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right, we'll look at that. But
I think
is that from a workout report, Jordan? Did you buy was that I mean, I don't know where you would see that, but okay.
Hopefully
take your word for it. So back to this race, I guess for our viewers, the way to put this together is we're going to do this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a $5 try. It's going to cost $30. 2 over 146. And then as far as the exact is what I like to do, Justin, I usually like to put just 2 horses underneath for like $20 or $50 or something like that. I think once you throw in 3, it's like
he gets too big.
It's just like, am I going to make enough money on this, or I don't know. Should I take more of a stand on it?
Totally with you. Totally in agreement with you. So yeah, let's 2 with 4 6. That's my exacta. I might play a small try, throwing the 1 and the 3 in third. I think that's how I'm going to play this race.
All right, so this is what I've got here. It doesn't look pretty, but it's pretty much what we're going to be doing. And then you could do trifectas how you guys want underneath. But we think the 2 is going to win this race. Yeah. That race off the layoff was very powerful, and it's only going to be better. Yeah. And it should get a nice, perfect, tucked away nicely. And it could go. It could go. It's just going to get the covered up trip.
Hey, it's also possible that the 3 gets bet because it's Chad Brown. You know, and then we get a little lucky and we get a better price. And if the 2 gets up to like 7-2, it goes the other way from the morning, which I don't think is going to happen. But if it does, you know, maybe you play the 2 to win. I don't know. Let's move on. Let's move on to race 10.
Race 10. Okay, race 10. Stake, grade 3, the Lake George.
Yeah, so another field full of some familiar names. I played many races involving these horses recently. There's a big price in here that I think is incredibly sneaky. I'm giving out what I think is a very sneaky horse, and that is number 1, Gavea.
Okay.
Won on debut at Chantilly in France, came to the U.S., ran a monster race, what I felt was a monster race, beating Mo Fox Gibbon, who has come back and,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, she's no joke. And that September, you can't pull up the replay here because it's a Churchill race and you got to open a different app to do it. But if you watch the replay on your own, what you'll see with Gavea's effort on last September 29th was she was up close-ish early and then sort of almost looks like she's losing contact with the field throughout the race. You'll have to watch the replay on your own. I really think you should watch it. And then it looks like, oh wow, this horse isn't going to run a step as the whatever it was, the 9-5 favorite in a 10-horse field. And then she kicked in under Gaffleone and ran really and won the race over Mo Fox Gibbon. It was a long way back to third. And then traveled to New York in October for the Chelsea Flower, and obviously something went wrong. 10th finished, beaten 76 lengths. I mean, total disaster. And then came back on June 1st off the layoff and got a trip of death at a mile and an eighth. Lost to Pinup Betty and Buku. Both are obviously stakes caliber horses. I mean, Buku is a multiple graded stakes winner at Keeneland on the turf. And then Pinup Betty came out of that race to run in the Grade 1 Belmont Oaks Invitational, was fourth there against a better field. But Pinup Betty is no joke. And that race also produced another next out winner. So now we got to turn back in distance. We get the rail trip. Should be not out of contact with the field early. There are others that have more speed early. Al Stahl has shipped 3 horses to Saratoga, 2 wins, including one of them who was a winner that we gave out on the air last week. I forgot the name of that horse. I'm gonna pull it up.
Yeah,
right now.
what was that one? I know we were talking about it.
I mean, we yeah, it was of course.
We've getting a lot of winners. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was Over and Ollie was a
Yes
7-2 winner for us. But that Al Stahl has shipped 3 horses. He has 2 wins and a second. So I think it's fair to say he means business when he ships here. And this one for $175,000 purse. 15 to 1 on the morning line on a horse that I think is super sneaky. There are others in here, including Oversubscribed. You will remember this one, Steve-O, because she beat Vino Rouge, who was our play of the day in the Wild Applause at 9-5. Vino Rouge came back and ran third yesterday. I'm kind of getting all over the place here, but anyway, Oversubscribed is going to be the favorite, and she's tough. That that she's a serious racehorse. So yeah, and then Verve, the 4 is serious. Gala Brand is a great Grade 3 winner here. It's 2 for 2 at Saratoga. That one's going to get play for sure, but might be coming from a little bit too far out of it. You got another Chad in Sweet Rebecca, who is a stakes winner. I think also will appreciate the turn back here to a mile. She's a serious racehorse. The 7 D Regresso, I think. Has won 3 straight. Pounce for Mark Cassie is probably, has 2 wins at a mile. So there are a lot of horses in here.
We're gonna get a price, and a Lemon Muffin shows up. I'll never forget when this one shocked the world in the Honeybee. Hasn't done much since, and now they're going to turf. But I do have the replay up of that Churchill race.
Oh, is it the win or the last race?
The race 3 back.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Yeah, there we are.
First step to heaven.
What number are we?
She is I think it's the 9, right? It's post 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're no scratch, so it's the 9.
They're in the gate, and they're off. Some crowning at mid-pack, easy
All
right.
right.
Took the worst
Blue
of it,
cat
and
or
so did
turquoise?
Fox Given, who's
Yeah, kind of the turquoise sleeves there, moving up
Yeah.
into now into kind of 5th on the outside there, in between horses. Goes into the turn. Yep, there you go, 3 wide, in between horses,
So they hit the
and
clubhouse, turn in April.
still sort of like advancing here. You know what I mean? Like fighting, goes out. It's still kind of advancing. Gets to the backstretch and has been kind of
Right here.
advancing the whole time. And you're within like 3 lengths, 2.5 lengths of the lead. And then can you turn down Travis Stone's voice a little bit?
Oh, I thought it's too loud.
So here we go. We're a clear 4th. And then as this part of the race starts to unfold, you're going to see that it's almost like she's losing contact here. And around the turn, you see the 10 and the 4 are kind of drawing off. And at this point, I think you think the 9 is beaten. I mean, if you bet the 9 here, I think you're thinking, oh man, she worked too hard early and, just burned up all her energy. And I don't think you think as a threat here. And then Tyler asks her, and she just grinds her way.
Wow, those left-handed reminders that are getting busy on that left hand. Boom! Now you get the little show the right hand and then whack her. And
Mo Fox Given, who is a serious horse, who was kind of out of it the whole time, probably got a little better trip, and then the 9 just digs in and doesn't stop. Almost a gallop out.
That was really nice.
Yeah, I mean, it was a
lot of heart.
Yeah, total heart. And the thing that was most impressive to me, now she does get passed by Mo Fox Given on the gallop out, but the key to me from that race was the first turn where she went in wide, she kept fighting. It's like she almost didn't take a breather until they got to the backstretch. And in my experience, horses that do that almost never win.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you've got to be settled as your experience, as you're going through that clubhouse turn, you need to already be settled. And when you're not, it's very hard to finish. And she did. Sometimes crushed at start, then moved up and would not let anyone go by her. She's a runner when the real racing starts. Hey, I love hearing that, David. I did not watch the European race.
Yeah, that's interesting information.
Really interesting information. I think Gavea is a serious runner, gets the rail, is going to improve off the last race. I think clearly has improved from age 2 to age 3, and we're getting 15-1 for a trainer that means business when he ships into Saratoga. I'm absolutely making a play on number 1, Gavea.
I like that. Let's see. Is there anything underneath that we're going to be playing with it? Is it going to be strictly a win bet? Is there going to be
I mean,
it's going to be a price. I mean, we should get every bit of that, right? Or it's a big price. It's 15-1.
I think the play for me is going to be win bet as well as exactas over and underneath the 2 and the 6, the 2 Chads.
Okay.
And then if I'm feeling really nuts, I might even, in case the 2 Chads run 1-2, play like a. So this is how I think I'm going to play it. Win bet on the 1, exactas 1 over 2-6, 2-6 over 1, and then maybe play a try 2-6 with 2-6 with 1 in case I run third behind the 2 Chads. I'm really hopeful we get 15-1 on Gavea. So I wonder if maybe we don't. But that's
well. I mean, you got 2 Chads, you got Pletchers, you got other horses that are perceived faster. This one, it's the perfect recipe for one to blow up the tote board because, we saw that race there is a 2-year-old. That was impressive. Something I obviously want to miss there in October. at Aqueduct in the
Yeah,
stake.
draw a line through that race.
So that's nothing. It had a lot of time off. The Trip of Death, which we hate, on June 1st.
At 1.125 miles, probably not the optimal distance.
Okay. Since then, 3 nice works. And that last drill here at Saratoga is very nice on July 12th. So this one,
I'm taking off the bling.
you're taking it off?
We'll put it back on if we hit.
Anyway, well, I think you're going to be putting that back on later, yeah, when we do our live show. So anyway, everybody make a note of that, and we got some good, interesting information from our guy David,
No,
who obviously follows
yeah,
racing across the pond.
What I'd like to know from David is if I'm going to put this one back on. I think I do aware of this. I want to know from David if he spotted that just now as we were handicapping the race, or if he had already handicapped and saw that, because if he's like he handicapped last night and saw that that horse had you misspelled the horse's name, by the way. If you care.
Did I really? Oh, it's Ga. Wait a minute. What did I put in there?
You put in goo.
Oh, I put. Oh man. Okay, let me.
Hey, Dylan wants to join Coffee with Dew.
I got to fix that. Dylan wants to join in.
Yeah, he wants to join in.
Gavea. All right, there we go. I'll get Dylan in. We always got room for Dylan Donnelly, the great Dylan Donnelly, who should have been the 2-time Tour champion.
2-time?
Well, the other time he had some bad luck. He finished 3rd.
Wait, Dylan, he has a 2nd and a 3rd on the Tour?
You know what? We're going to get him on right now. I believe he finished in the top 3 twice, but Dylan, I'm sending you a link.
This keeps my dollar sign keeps falling down.
Dylan, the link is sent. If you want to join, we would love for you to grace us with your presence. Let's see. David.
I already saw it. So what he's saying is he had spotted that trip in Chantilly before we started talking about the horse.
Okay. Thanks, Dave.
I'd also like to know from David if he was gonna play this horse, or if he just handicapped all the races. So.
You know what? It sounds like he's gonna play it after what we said. Plus, he already likes it. But let's get his tidbit. Texas Mike is on. Wow, your show has really advanced since I last watched it. Mike, you were my first guest, if you guys remember. Texas Mike at Oaklawn Capping Hour. He was the first guy I had on around Christmas time.
Yeah, well,
really great info. In this election year are the 2 Chads related to the hanging Chads.
Yeah.
Do you remember the hanging Chads? That was crazy. Remember that in Florida?
I hope those 2 Chads do hang in the stretch here.
Yeah, so do I.
They're both going to be coming from off the pace, and hopefully they can't run down our one, who is going to be, I think, best at a mile. So. Anyway, that's race 10.
Dylan, you were in the top 3 on the Tour twice, or am I imagining things?
No, you're right. I was in 2nd and 3rd.
There you go.
Twice.
Your mic sucks. You got to fix your mic.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, so there you go, Justin. He was 2nd and 3rd on the Tour.
Dylan, were you watching when I had on the bling?
Oh, yeah, I saw a little.
Dylan, fix your mic.
There you go.
No?
The last time you were on, Dylan, you were super clear. You were crystal.
Yeah, Dylan, you sounded like you had a microphone last time, like I got.
You need to go into settings, Dylan. Whatever mic, and it's happening again. The mic you were using last time.
Hey, I'm gonna get a refill of coffee.
Okay.
You guys fix your mic and then decipher what David just said. He played the horse, and he says it's bet back.
Yeah, I know it. I know what he meant.
Justin.
There you go. You're perfect now, Dylan.
Okay, so you like the 1 in there?
Yes.
Yeah, I was between the 1 and the 3.
And I think the angle for me in this race is 1. It's gonna be 1 over 2.6. I'm playing the 1 to win, and then exactas above and below over and under the 2 and the 6.
Who do you think gets the lead here?
That's interesting. I don't know. If you believe Timeform U.S. pace projections, the 10 off a long layoff, who has the second win, who probably has to be in here because they don't have another spot for it. Maybe the 10 goes. Mark Cassidy on the 8. That horse, Timeform has some projected to be quick. The 3 has a 120 Timeform U.S. pace projection. So, Dylan,
Okay. I'm back.
I think we got Dylan's mic fixed, but then he started rattling around, and it sounds like he put his microphone in a wind tunnel.
Oh, there he is.
No, I'm making a espresso right now.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm jealous. I have regular American coffee today because of my relatively late start from playing Call of Duty all night with my nephews.
So
okay, Texas Mike, you are all the best. I want to be like you when I grow up. Well, Texas Mike, all kidding aside, does a great job at Sam Houston with Trey and Nick Tamro, and they have their contest that is. We just got an email on it. The Sam Houston contest in January is giving away, I believe, 2 BCBC seats.
Hey, DeCasper's is calling me. Hold on a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm live on Coffee with Dew. What's up, buddy? That's all right. Bye. He didn't know. He's clearly not watching.
He doesn't have the bell notification. That's crazy.
Apparently, he's
What a true fan.
Dylan,
I know. See, Dylan has the bell notification, but he knows that we're going on anyway from our Lone Speed text group.
Dylan's audio-visual situation here is really messing up my style.
You know what? Hold on.
Come on. Hey, you know how easily agitated Justin gets. What are you doing?
No. It's not agitated. It's thrown off. My concentration gets broken. I mean,
well, listen. Right now, you have 3 great plays already. Relax. Take a deep breath through the nose,
totally
out the
relaxed.
mouth. We have. First of all, we have Gavea. Gavea, right?
Yep. You want
we have, and it's legitimized with David from.
Yeah.
I'm assuming David is from the UK. Steve DeCaspers, I got my time zones confused.
Well, because
sorry about the interruption.
Hold on, Steve. I mean, DeCaspers, your interruption was welcomed and far less distracting than the way Dylan has been interrupting with his horrible audio-visual presentation the last 5 minutes. His decision to
it's still going on.
I think Dylan thought Coffee with Dew meant actually brew your coffee with Dew. No.
Oh, this is good stuff. Texas Mike, check this out. This is what's going on at Sam Houston, you guys. 2 BCBC and 4 NHC. That's a great, and honestly, they've only had. I'm sure the count's going to go from 50 to 100 this year.
Yeah, but I mean, look, I like Texas Mike, and I love anybody that's putting on contests. All right, I think that should be applauded.
Yeah.
But these are my understanding. Please correct me if I'm wrong, Steve-O. Is that if we're playing contests in Texas, we're betting on only Texas races?
No, not this particular contest. They use the Pegasus races too.
Okay.
Not just they use those races. I think 2 or 3 races there, and they use Sam Houston races.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, you're competing against people who are Texas insiders. Which
no, it's
against. Hold on, do I want to?
First of all, Trey can't play in it, and neither can Nick because they work for the track.
Okay, that's a fact.
So that's
Carl
huge.
Carl Broberg is playing it.
Broberg, I think, can play in it, but he should. Honestly, trainers should be able to play in it if they play their own horse. That's my take on it, but we can talk about that discussion on a different day. Don't cool off, Justin, please.
I know we've been giving out winners on this show. We've been giving out profitable days. We've been even our losing days are almost profitable.
Steve DeCaspers is in, dude.
Well, if DeCastros is going, and so is others from Team Lone Speed, I will go. Wait, no, it's June. It's Pegasus. Okay, well, so it's Pegasus weekend, and I'll be at Pegasus, so I can't go because
Yeah, no.
More Gulfstream this year.
Wait, it's really
okay.
Pegasus weekend?
They
It's
use the Pegasus races, yeah.
No, but how do you?
Yeah,
why
Mike.
would you make it the same weekend?
Mike,
What?
you can't do that, Mike, because too many.
Yeah,
of us
listen. Let me tell you why I like it. All you big dogs are going to Gulfstream. Trey can't play. Nick can't play. So I go over there and I just swoop up the prizes like I have the last 2 years.
That's a very smart plus EV play for everybody going there, but it is not a plus EV play for Lone Star or Sam Houston who want more people.
All right, let me put the prizes up again. That's not lucrative with 75 players.
Yeah, but Pegasus is way better for if you're trying to make money and get.
You're talking about the actual prize money.
Yeah, like
I'm talking about the chances of winning a BCBC would be much easier at Sam Houston. And by the way, the hospitality that we get there.
Yeah, but I mean, I want
Justin. I will not miss your 50th birthday party in 2 years. So Mike, Texas Mike, will have to talk about. But this year, I will be going. And as a matter of fact, it looks like Steve DeCaspers is going to be coming along as well, because he's clearing his calendar as we speak.
Well, so yeah, but all right, then let's talk. All right, then let's forget about it for this. Let's forget about the issue for this year, but in a year and a half. So Pegasus 2026, that is the Justin Dew 50th birthday party extravaganza taking place in South Florida to coincide with the Pegasus. So
Jesus.
We'll have to remind Dylan's going to forget. He's already forgotten about it.
I already made plans.
Steve-O, DeCastros will miss Dew's 50th. That's not for. I'm surprised DeCastros already knows that because it's not for a year and a half. I think Dylan's point is not smart move for track. I don't know what Dylan's point was. What was Dylan's point?
Yes, my point was it's good for Steve-O and the players who are going to Texas to try to get a prize. But if the track wants the most amount of money, I would not host it the same day as one of the biggest tournaments of the year. That doesn't sound like fun.
Unless you can play that contest on ExpressBet. Is that can you do that?
That's not the. I'm just. Why?
That's a good point. Can you do both?
It to the same day? You could very well have it the week before, 2 weeks before, 2 weeks after, whatever it is.
No, I completely see it your way, Dylan. I completely see it.
What's up, Chris? By the way, I like him, Chris Podrats.
Yeah, great horse player.
We'll talk to DeCaspers about why he's missing my 50th birthday, which is 18 months away.
Well, DeCaspers wants to know this, and we already talked about it. It's a yes.
Yes, it's a trip. Even if it wasn't for the trip of death, the angle on Gavea for me is the September 2023 race. It was awesome. Our friend David, who chimed in here, said that the Chantilly race was really impressive. And then yes, trip of death and still ran well behind Buku and Pinup Betty, who are two legit racehorses. So, and then you have Al Stahl to the mix. Al Stahl is one with 2 of 3 he shipped here to Saratoga, including a Lone Speed play of the day. He means business when he ships. There's a lot of angles on Gavea, and I think we get a price, and that's the play.
Okay, so we have Gavea, and that's our third play. I'll recap our plays at the end of the show.
Let's go to race 12. Race 12 at Saratoga today. We've got a maiden special weight at 1.5 miles. Don't see that too terribly often.
No, I this is the first time I think it's the first time I've seen it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Kentucky Downs, maybe. I don't know.
Right. We have an ultra consistent horse in this field that is a bit of a price on the morning line, and because of the presence of a Chad Brown Klarovich horse in the 1 factor analysis, and potentially if we have enough scratches, you could have 2 Chad Brown Klarovich horses in here. I think we're going to get a price. The number 3, our Tempest.
Gone.
What do you mean gone?
I mean, the horse is going to wire them.
Our Tempest?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see anybody going with our Tempest early. Certainly not from an advantageous position. I cannot believe we're going to get 8-1 on this horse. I can't allow myself to be that excited that we're going to get 8-1. But this one has multiple disadvantageous trips in the past performances. I didn't love the effort, and I didn't see a ton of excuse in the Keeneland race in April. The May 10th race at Churchill.
A lot of the horses that were close to the pace, I mean, I know the horse is only 2 and 3 lengths off the pace at Keeneland, but a lot of those horses who were up near it didn't do anything. So
Yeah.
I give that horse a little excuse right there.
Yeah, that's fair. Also, an angle that I don't play a lot, but is my memory over 30 years of playing the horse is that if a horse is a first-time gelding and gets time between the last start, and we're basically more than 2 months, 2 months and 10 days since the last start, and has been gelded since that start. This horse is going to be forward. This horse very well may be on the lead unless somebody surprising goes to the outside.
Dylan said so, so we're gonna believe it.
And there's ability here, and the running lines tell me this is one that's going to get better as the distance gets farther, and that's what we get here. We get 3 turns. I'm absolutely playing this horse. I cannot believe. I think this horse is probably more likely 9-2.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And there's another Pletcher in here that's going to be coming from out of it, who I think is legit. But to me, our Tempest is the play, and if this one drops down to 4-1, I'd probably play just a cold exacta 3-1, maybe like a 3 over the 1-5, and that's the angle. And who knows? Maybe we get lucky and we get a better price than the 3, and we play to win.
I like it. I mean, yeah, it looks like it should walk the dog out there. We're stretching out. Everybody's stretching out, really. But and you know how these races are. We just touched on the one at 1.25 miles. Speed is always good. Controlling speed at 10, 11, 12 furlongs. So
the thing is, on the turf going 1.25 miles, 1.5 miles, you do want to be forward. But I think at those distances, it's not as easy to steal the race. You have to have the class. I think the 3 does have the class. So it's not just the fact that the horse might be the lone speed and steal it. I think there's class there too. Like for instance, I think the Clement horse, the 10 on the outside, also has some class and could be there. So, but anyway, that's my play. The 3 are Tempest, and then I'll open up the floor to anybody who wants to add anything.
no, I like it. Nothing more to pretty much add. Let's see what kind of comments we have here.
Justin is handsome. Is that what this says?
Both Pletchers are worth a look. Justin is handsome. Really good insights from the 3.
From 3 of I think Mike is calling us 3 of the best.
Oh, great. Thanks, Mike.
I'm certainly the best blinged.
Yeah, what the hell is that? What is going on there?
Bling bling.
So both the Pletchers, Chris was talking about maybe. So the other Pletcher, is that what he's saying? Maybe the 5 with the blinkers.
Dylan, did you see the show, bro? Had you seen these already? They were on my cat.
No.
There. And I've also got the ring.
Oh my God! Was that your high school class ring?
No, baby, it's dollar signs. I didn't get a class ring.
I got a cap and gown and bounced.
Cheers, Steve-O, to espresso to you.
Oh, how did you make that?
I went in my kitchen and I put a pod in and I pushed a button.
Oh, you did a pod. Justin's got those pods. Although it was
These are
okay.
espressos. These are espressos. They're different.
No, but if you're making regular coffee with a pod, okay.
Would you mind bringing me another Diet Coke?
He's got private service over there.
I don't want to go out. I don't want to leave camera looking the way I look.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're making espressos or cappuccinos, using a pod is kind of like I don't know about that. But if you say it tastes good, I'll take your word for
Well,
it.
what we learned on the Spaces last night on our political discussion that you actually will go into a Starbucks and order coffee. Thank you.
Listen, I go there to buy cappuccinos only, and they're good, no sugar, of course.
What?
You look ridiculous.
Hi, Susie.
Does Susie drink coffee?
She really wants to come on the air. Obviously, she's been hanging around the door. No, yeah, she drinks.
Hi, Susie.
Hey,
Do you like
when are
this?
you going to get back to the NHC?
This year, I'm feeling it. I'm gonna
Okay.
go. Yeah. You guys have fun. Why is he the only one dressed up in a costume?
I wasn't. When Steve
Well, I
on
came out with this and my regular gold chain, and then I had the shades on, because I just woke up. But
Nice.
you
Nice.
know,
All right, carry on, boys.
having you got some camera time, babe.
Justin's going to share that photo of her putting a shoe on now on Twitter.
No, I'm not. She's got enough. She got enough publicity for one day. Okay. All right. So anyway, that's where we are on Saratoga's 12. Should we go? So then we actually we handicapped 3 of the 4 legs of the pick 4, and then we didn't look at the race, the dirt race, the Grade 1 Coaching Club American Oaks.
Yeah, we could peek at it
with Torpedo Anna.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Do we even look at that race? There's maybe that. What a monster, huh? Remember Frank? If you guys watched my Arkansas Derby with Rich Nielsen and Frank Mustari show, he said Torpedo Anna is not only going to win the fantasy, but is going to win the Kentucky Oaks. That's what he said on the air. And he was right. And at that time, Torpedo Anna was just under 3-1. Good luck getting that now.
Yeah, I the thing about the Coaching Club American Oaks is that it's like I could see somebody saying, well, don't be stupid, just single Torpedo Anna. But I mean, Candy ran a monster at Monmouth. Leslie's Rose, who was no match for Torpedo Anna either of the times they faced, but ran a monster in the Ashland. I mean, I don't know. I guess you just single Torpedo Anna and hope for the best. And
I played Honor D Lady in that last race at Monmouth and lost. But that was a 4-horse field. Torpedo Anna won from the 12 hole or 11 hole. I got to look. 10 hole in the fantasy, and then won the Oaks.
And let's not forget the one horse that's beaten Torpedo Anna, Intricate, is in this race.
Well, many moons ago, and
true, I get it.
Yeah, I don't know. Intricate was really nice at 2 and hasn't gotten faster. Might have even gotten slower.
Yeah, I mean, was that Candy's coming out party? I mean, it's hard to say. She's a Grade 1 winner, but
nobody. Torpedo Anna can be 2 lengths clear the whole way around the racetrack if she wants.
I know. I think so. For me, a pick 4 play, guys, is going to be. I'm probably going to go start a race 9. I'm going to use Major Dude, but I'm going to, because it's my ticket's so narrow. We'll single major dude. I'm going to go too deep. I'm going to rather, I'll probably single. I don't know. I need to think about ticket construction here because I think
you single the 2 in the 9th and single Torpedo Anna here, spread in the other 2 races and I don't know, play for $5-10 or whatever or more.
Yeah. Okay. I like the way I think I go too deep. I think I use Candied and Torpedo Anna.
Nick
And
the
I think
Kid,
I
just play the
go-
pick 5 pool. We'll have more money in it.
Oh, I didn't even look at the 8th race, 7 furlong race. I don't think that's a bad idea at all. Make it a pick 5 play. Oh, dear.
Or just play more money on the pick 4. I don't know.
Now we're talking about 2 dirt races, whereas for me, getting 3 turf routes in the same pick 4
That's
sequence
not your wheelhouse, yeah.
is
The dirt
but-
races.
yeah, I probably just stick with the pick 4. So is that Dylan coughing because he's of course.
Yeah, he'll be all right.
Jeez, relax. I can't cough. I can't Jeez.
Just imagine when he starts farting. What are you going to do then?
Probably hang up.
Tell me out, man.
Okay, so that's Saratoga. We've crushed Saratoga, I think. It sounds like me and Dylan are on a number of the same horses.
Yeah, I think for that pick 4, what I'm going to do, I like that too. I like Torpedo Anna's not going to lose that race. And if it does, I'll tip my cap. I'll probably do like a $10, $20 pick 4.
I'm going to use Candied also, I think. Let's go to Del Mar's. The only race I'm prepared to talk about at Del Mar today yet, because we're going to be, I guess, live streaming probably for most of that card or for a lot of it. Unless, Steve-O, you've got some kind of birthday party or flag football game you got to go to this evening. Do we have anything like that?
No, there's my nephew's won the championship. I showed the photos. So there's nothing like that going on. Are we going to Del Mar?
I'm going to Del Mar.
We touched on some cool Del Mar plays yesterday.
People are asking you to come back on the air wearing something skimpy. You want to change your outfit and come back on the air? No, they did. They did. All right. Love you. Bye. So here's the thing about the Del Mar. Anyway, sorry I interrupted you, Steve-O. Are you around tonight, or you got family commitments?
I'm playing horses all day. Today's Saturday, opening day at Del Mar, and we have Saratoga action.
2, 3. We have 4 turf routes on the Del Mar card today, and I've only really.
Well, we already have one. I have one already in here. So let me.
Race 7, the Oceanside. One of my.
Here it is. Here's the graphic. You like a guy named Joe, and you said this horse is going to win by at least 3.5 lengths today.
And I said that I want somebody to give me odds on a guy named Joe winning by the over under 3.5. So if he wins by 3.5, it's a push. If anybody would give me 15-1 odds on this horse winning by more than 3.5, I would love to get a bet down because I think this horse is going to roll over this field late. There are a number that are going to want to go for the lead and be forward. I think Juan Hernandez gets a rail trip. I think Juan Hernandez stays close-ish, close enough, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, there's plenty of look. Should be saving ground on the rail. There's going to be like horses fading though out of oblivion at some point.
I know.
And so you got to weave through there, but Hernandez is good jock, so we'll be fine.
Yeah, that's obviously always a concern with a horse on the rail stalking in a race with speed. But I don't really care that much about what other handicappers think. I do check the DRF selections just to kind of get an idea of price and also to see who Kenny Peck likes, because Kenny Peck and I are often on the same horse.
Well, let's pull it up now.
Well, he didn't handicap. He's not one of the California guys.
This is what they like here.
They don't like my horse. Not one of them picks.
They don't even pick them.
I know.
They hit the board.
Which tells me I'm probably going to get 5-1 or better. Frank thinks I'm not. I think Frank thinks the horse is going to get played, and Frank is usually right, but he is occasionally wrong when he makes those kinds of predictions.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a very good judge of tote board accuracy, morning line accuracy.
Mm-hmm.
And so he thinks I'm not going to get 5-1, but I think I am, and I think God forbid, dare I say it, might even get better, 5-1. Because this horse is, let's be honest, 1 for 9, not exactly a win machine, but I think showed the ability to be a little closer. Well, I mean, look, ran in the down the hill race last time, but in forget the Keeneland race. In the Pasadena was a little closer. Of course, that was only a 4-horse field. I get it. I just don't think Juan's going to take back 7 lengths. You know what I mean? I think this horse will be 3 to 4 lengths out of it.
He should get the rail the whole time, and it should be perfect.
Yes, that's what should happen. And if it was Carl Fry,
It'll be 4 wide.
Yeah, Carl Fry, I'm not playing the horse. You know, there's a horse later on the card.
Oh, he might go 2 wide because Rispoli will probably just sit on the rail.
Look, there's a horse yesterday that I identified later, which we'll talk about in a minute, in another race. That's first time Carl Fry, and I was on the horse until I realized it was Carl Fry, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm not playing that horse." But yeah, so guy named Joe I'm betting this horse. If it was a contest at Del Mar today, I'd be all in on this horse. I'd wait all day, because usually you have to make 5 plays, which means my bankroll could be protected until this race, and I'd be all in on the 4. That's my play.
Is it safe to say that a guy named Joe is your play of the day?
Yes, it is safe to say that. Although for odds, I really like Gavea.
Yeah, I do too, especially after our guy from across the pond said about it.
Yeah.
So that's good too. Dylan, you also agree. Obviously, you like this horse, so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm between. I would take the 4 and the 6.
We're gonna throw the 6 underneath. All right, cool.
I play the days in race 5.
So we could do a 4 over the 6 exacta or something, or box them. I'm writing that down. Okay. Good stuff there. What's the next race?
I don't have anything else to talk about today. I've given out 6 plays here, and that's unusual for me to actually have 6 opinions. But there's so much turf racing today, and I haven't even gotten into Colonial. Woodbine. I didn't even look at those tracks yet.
Do we really want to look at all those with Del Mar starting and
there's all the Del Mar. I haven't even handicapped the whole Del Mar card, so it's going to be a busy day for me. I'm going to have to load up.
Well, I want to go back to race 3. Dylan, you like the 2 and the 3 in this race.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a bet in there with it around the.
You made a really good. If everybody watches yesterday's episode with Dylan, we had Del Mar with Dylan. Dylan made a great case for the 2 here, Fleet Feet. By the way, God rest his soul, we knew a really good high school football player here named Justin Pete. We called him the Fleet Feet of Justin Pete. A little 5'5" white boy, probably 140 pounds. He ran like a 4.3. Broke all the records here in Wisconsin. Played for Tremper High School. They went to the state championship game. They were winning at halftime, and then a blizzard came. They didn't bring their long cleats because they played at Madison, where the Badgers play, and they have like AstroTurf. They played Sun Prairie, which was just outside of Madison. They went home at halftime, got their cleats, and they just ran full back dives the entire second half. And it was the biggest upset in Wisconsin high school football history. Tremper High School was on the USA Today Super 25 as one of the top 25 teams in the country at the time. So anyway, Justin Pete went to college, got in a motorcycle accident, got hooked on painkillers, and he ended up passing away. So he was a good friend, and just wanted to bring his name up. He was a great football player.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
And fleet feet, maybe,
Well, I think, I mean, the horse got a shot. I think my stronger, like the horse, I think will run. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if this horse doesn't run well, but race 5, the 2, that's I'm excited. I think that's going to be a bigger play for me.
Yeah, the 2, if you just scan at the past performances here, maybe I was looking at a different one. Maybe it's the next race. You like the 2. You like the 2 in 2 races.
In the 5th race.
Yeah, you like Tiger Hahn as well. I believe you like a 2-3 here.
No. Well, I mean, the 3 is okay.
Maybe Frank mentioned he liked the 3.
Yeah.
You like the 2 and the 5, you said?
2 with like the 1, 3, 4, 5. That I'm gonna be like all in.
That's what it was. Okay, but the 2 was your top pick.
Sure.
All right, and then if we move to race 5,
yeah, I'm gonna be if this horse runs this horse, I'm gonna have a good day. I like the 2 here.
But I'm confused what race we're talking about. We're in race
5.
Okay. In race 3, though, did Dylan like the 2 fleet feet?
Yes.
He likes fleet feet. I gave a big
I'm going to mark that
speech about my buddy Justin Pete.
Yeah, I knew that. I was just then we jumped to race 5.
The fleet feet of Justin Pete.
And then Esprit and Chone for Dylan in race 5. Okay.
I don't think we'll get 20. I bet you we'll get like 12. Oh, yeah, I'm really excited to see this 2 run well.
What's the angle there, Dylan, on the 2 Esprit and Chante?
I saw her live in person, and her tail is really pretty, and I just think that she's just got that tail. No, she's a grass horse. She's got like that just grass motion. I really liked her win, her maiden win. She was just followed up in behind horses. And she was like a more comfortable win than what a nose looks like. And the horse is always kind of a little aggressive. And I really think the blinkers off is going to work really well. Great post, great jockey upgrade. I think Freso's the best in SoCal. Just a nice stretch out, good post, nice works going into it. I don't know if they're nice, but there's 3 works going into it. 2 6 furlongs. I just think this horse is prime and ready to go for this race. They thought something of this horse. They threw it in a grade 1 right after the maiden win. I think all signs. I mean, Peter Miller loves Del Mar. I just think all signs are just right to this horse. I don't think no one can really finish in this race. I haven't seen any like strong finishing from anybody in here, and I just think that sure, I don't know if the 10 could run. I don't know what this horse is about. Where's my rings grass race? Actually, the 9 horse wasn't terrible. That horse has got some class. 7's not terrible. The 3, I'm using the 3 in there, but I'm basing everything around the 2.
Yeah, we had a good discussion about this yesterday on our show, and the price is, you're right. Pete Miller, I don't see him at Del Mar going off at like big odds like this, so you're right about that. But then again, it is 20-1 morning line. We should get a double-digit price on this filly. We mentioned that the 10 ran in a 30-horse field last time, which I have never heard of in my life outside of steeplechasing. So that was odd, but I don't.
Mine would be like 2 with the 3, and then the 7, and then if we want to go deeper, the 9 and 10 and 12.
Yeah, the 7 was the horse, Dylan, I was going to ask you about, because that when I handicapped the race briefly, without diving in, that was the first one that jumped out to me. When I dig into the 7, what am I going to find there? I know you've already handicapped it.
I mean, fine. I don't know if this horse wants to go this far. I mean, his better races have been sprinting.
I agree.
You know, you haven't. I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna. And I think the horse probably gets bet a little bit. So worst post. I would just much rather have the 2 than the 3.
I think we poo-pooed this one yesterday as well.
I'm not saying it's completely. I mean, if it comes 2-7, I'm gonna have an exacta.
Rispoli jumps off the 7 for the 3.
Yeah, I like the 3 better than the 7. The 3 is dropping in class. Ran against Maduro and Circle of Trust. Those are grade 3 winners.
Wow, the 3, I mean, destroyed a 12-horse field at Turfway. A race that included at least one next out winner. Let's see if there were multiple.
Yeah, they've been running this horse for the money. You know, they kept it in Kentucky, and they paid something for this horse. I'm a 2-3 mostly guy.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited. I'm just the 5, whatever the horse. I don't even know if this horse is any good. So.
Yeah. Okay. Good. I like it.
I am super excited, but gentlemen, I'm gonna go put my underwear on and get ready to head on to Del Mar. I got some people showing up here in 30 minutes. So.
Hell yeah, man.
Oh wait, you're going to Del Mar today?
Yes, sir.
I don't think we knew that. Did you rent a house down there?
No. I'm just gonna go for the day. I'm gonna go to the barn and see my horse and talk to Pipey.
Yeah, let us know what Mr. Pipey has to say for himself. Some news broke.
Yeah, but I don't know. He's sending me just like all the works and the PPs and stuff. So I don't know. He hasn't told me anything.
A good note from David. Do we know what race David's talking about
He's
here?
talking about the last race that we were just talking about, the 4 in there.
Oh, Charm Your World. Yeah, we had him that day. I gave out that horse. He's a
Charm Your World. Yeah.
A half or a full to Rock Your World. A full to Rock Your World. Right.
Maybe that's one we could throw underneath too. I think Justin or I think Dylan mentioned it. I don't know.
Hey, is DeCasper still watching? I'm gonna call him.
Yeah, I'm sure he is.
All right, gentlemen. Hey, you guys have a great day.
Hey, good luck today, Dylan. Thanks for the input.
Thank you, guys. Love you guys. We'll see you soon.
Later.
Later, bro. Yeah. Double D.
Hey, are you watching? You want to join or what?
The Casper's he's
right.
coming on. He's coming on tomorrow morning for sure.
Well, we're still on the air. I don't know if I'm playing. That's why I wanted to talk to you about Monmouth. I don't know if I'm playing or not. But anyway, let's catch up later.
Yeah, we're gonna do a live little show later at some point.
The Casper's logged. He logged off. He's got family stuff.
Yeah, we'll do a live show. Just live action for racing.
Yeah, I mean, because we got, and this is like one of the biggest days of the summer. You got opening Del Mar, you got Haskell at Monmouth, you got a great card at Saratoga.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's going to be nonstop action. We're going to have to make sure our accounts are well funded. Mine are, my ADWs are at 0 because I cashed out.
You cashed out, and you gave half to Susie.
I missed yesterday. I cashed out after the weekend, and then I missed everything yesterday, so I've got nothing in there now. Let's see. I'm
trying to remember what we had.
We got some scratches at Saratoga. It looks like none of our
At Saratoga scratches.
Nothing important. Principe Carlo, it was entered. I didn't even realize that one was scratched. Let's go back to the first. We have I don't think we have any of those. Remember the Sherry DeVoe had those 2 horses in the first at Saratoga that Jay, our Twitter friend, Jay Saratoga told us about. Let me just make sure that. No, they're both still in. They're both still in.
The 3 is out with Asmussen. The 9, the 11 gets in, and so does the 13. So there's a Graham motion with Manny Franco in there that is interesting.
Which race you talking about?
The first.
What's one of the AAs got in or something?
Yeah, Academy. You always have to be aware of
Yes, you do have to.
the Graham motion Manny Franco combo.
I'm checking.
So the 11 is probably one I'm now going to add.
Really?
Underneath. Yeah. On
All
some
right.
plays. I'm going to bet that along with I'm going to do something weird in this race. I'm going to do like obviously the 2 who's getting play with that 11.
Gaffleone is named to ride the 5 and the 13. I'm sorry, the 5 and the 13. Yes.
Well, yeah.
Let's see the jockey
I'm going to have
change.
to go to the advanced wagering site and check that out.
I doubt they've named a replacement rider, right?
Yeah.
A little early for that. So we'll see who Gaffleone ends up on.
Yep.
Because the 5 is well, and then the Sherry DeVoe, the 6 is in early wagering,
Getting pounded.
2-1, and the 2 is also getting bet. I'm gonna see. I wonder if we can see the win. Oh fuck! If we can see how much money's been bet.
Yeah, and then somebody mentioned that the 6 outworked the 2 on
Yeah,
dirt.
I think
Dirt. But
well, they
yeah,
may have just been looking.
These 2 have been working together, obviously.
Have they?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, same times and same days and.
Right, you're absolutely right, and I don't see anything.
But according to one of our watchers, but then again, I don't.
Yeah, there's already so we've already got 2,300 to win on the 6, and we've got 896 to win on the 2. So yeah, it looks like, I'm guessing someone may bet 1,000 to win in place on the 6.
Really? Okay.
I don't think that's a guarantee.
And it's not crazy early there. It's already 10:30, and first race goes off. What time is this? This is the first race. It's
probably overstated those amounts, but
yeah, this race goes off at 11:35 Central.
Yeah.
So it's an early post.
It's 2 hours. 2 hours to the first post at Saratoga.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 2,000 to win on the 6 already. So
yeah. So just to recap here, Justin. Oh, what's this? No. Oh, Susie's. Oh, she correct. God bless Susie. Instead of editing, she put that, and then look, she put the little
nonstop action.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's watching.
Yeah.
She likes being on the air.
Can you look at race 1 at Monmouth? You want to look at it?
All right.
I mean, we got to do it for the people.
Yeah, we do got to do it for the people. Please don't tell me this is going to be some dirt sprint.
It's turf.
Oh, oh my God.
It's a route. How did you miss this? It's a 16
maiden. I didn't miss it.
Routing.
You
gotta love this.
Look, there are tons of turf graded stakes today.
Is Mike Deeney in here? That's what I would want to know.
Maiden 16 in the opener at Monmouth. Okay.
Mike Deeney has one in here that is adding a hood that got crushed by 29 lengths, but it's stretching out. So that was an awful race, though.
Off the top of my head, the only horse in here that I know.
My God, look at the 6. Jesus. It's out of a Tappet broodmare. They spent $260.
We don't have scratches yet for this race, do we?
I don't think so. I don't see any in here.
There are two also. Are they main track only? Is the two on the outside, or are they? No, they're also eligibles.
You gotta try and beat the 6. I mean, this is just classic. We're done with this horse. They gelded it. They're like, we don't even care about breeding. We want to get rid of it. Tax write-off. Obviously, it's Rapoli. But then again, I wonder does he win these type of drops?
Yeah,
Maybe he does.
I think he's won one or more at Monmouth this meet. There was one that in a contest I had to choose what to do with. What I would say about this. Okay. Here's my 2 seconds analysis. All right, the 2. Debuted at Keeneland, but obviously not the same horse as it was back then. Battle of Britain. I remember this horse.
Yeah, this horse was off for a long time. It was in good, decent form. You know, it would show speed, but
Had a trip of death, 2 back.
It's hard to endorse this one, isn't it? It's hard.
Yeah. I don't know how you got this horse with any confidence at all.
Second time blinkers, dirt to turf, but that race didn't even get washed off. They're like, things aren't working out. Let's just throw it on dirt.
Yeah, a barn that's over 10 on the year, but picks up Luis Saez.
Yeah, Saez, that's a head scratcher.
Riding
for this.
Yeah,
It could be a sneaky one. The 1 is 3-1 morning line, gelded, dropping, moves out of the Pletcher barn. But this looks like an ideal spot to get your confidence up and improve a lot. A 3 with some sideways action, just missing locally. The 4, hard to do anything with that one. The 5 it ran a maiden special weight 5 panels on the sod and debut, and then we haven't seen it on turf since, and now it's stretching out on turf, but it ran 2 turns on dirt. Here's the one that we're talking about. And then the 7's got a couple of sneaky races in there mixed in with a bunch of crap. Deanie is always, he's always got some wise guy little horses that pop. I don't know. I mean,
I think the only horse that I would.
We got to look at the scratches, really, but
yeah, I would say
I don't know.
The 7 was at this level, 2 back, got a trip of death, and then stepped up in class to maiden 40 and got another trip of death. Now goes back down to maiden 16.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're talking about an 0 for 12 maiden in here, who one time split the field at a maiden special weight race at this track. The only interesting horse to me would be the 7 if you get the morning line. Other than that, I think everything else is pure dog shit.
What's the pace scenario here? The 1 has a 95 early time form.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the 1 and the 2 have a little bit of pace. So to answer the question for the commenter, Compound Bull, I would say the 7 is slightly interesting, but not even that interesting.
Does the O'Connell runner sit behind the 1, 2, and that 7 on the rail, and finally
break through,
like pass a horse down, 50, 100 yards from the wire this time? Because it looks like it wanted to.
Yeah, here you go. Okay, now we're on to something here. The 3 bumped, steadied early last time, ran second, got that trouble trip. The time before that was post 11 of 11, 3 wide, and still missed after a wide trip.
Yeah. It's improved with the surface switch, and then they had the blinkers all along the dirt.
You should know this horse from Oakland. The horse was at Oakland all winter.
Yeah, it ran poorly. don't remember it well. I never picked. Actually, look who beat it.
Champagne Mike.
Champagne Mike smoked it in that maiden 20. Okay, so I remember that field. It was a garbage field, and Champagne Mike kind of just was in hand and won by 6.
So maybe that's the play. Maybe we try to get the 3 and the 7.
But it's improved a lot since getting the turf, obviously. And that's a flame away. My dad loves those flame aways. I think he's got a couple. I can't remember these 2-year-olds that he's got. He's bred a couple and they're getting ready to run.
Why would they be running the 1 for 16,000? I mean, it is Jose Ortiz, but I like this one was competitive in maiden special weight races.
Yeah.
Had a inside steadied as a 6-to-1 choice, 6-to-1 in the last race. I don't know. It's the one.
Do you remember, Justin? They used to put previously owned by as well in the racing forum a long time ago.
Yeah, now you have to go into the chart to see that. Yeah.
So I don't know if somebody bought this horse.
Let's find out. In the last start,
Cheap.
I see you looking. The 11th place finisher was owned by Stephen Brunetti, who's the same owners today.
All right, so they just took it out of Pletcher's barn and gave
Anyway, that's where I got to get going here.
Yeah. So anyway, to answer, I would probably look at the 3 here. That's what I would probably.
3 and 7 for me.
3 and 7.
Maybe I'll enter the contest and play it.
Robert Bruce. We used to race back in the day at Suffolk Downs in Boston, Rockingham Park in New Hampshire, the Big 3 in New York, Lincoln Downs.
Narragansett Parkway.
Oh, okay.
Cool. Good info.
Compound Bull said, thank you for the analysis on that race. He asked about it. So that's what we're on, the 3 and the 7. Maybe box them up and maybe make some money. And
yeah, who knows? Steve-O, what time you want to get back on the air for?
Let's like the main part of I'm going to get in some of these contests. Maybe the main slate. Saratoga's 8th, Monmouth's 9th, right around there. We can go live for the good stuff later.
I think at one point today, I checked. We had over 200. 200
Yeah, we got like 240 people checking us out. Thanks, everybody. And yeah, if you guys want to go to the YouTube channel and like and subscribe, we would appreciate that greatly. What's that, the ring?
Yeah, the $ ring, baby.
Oh, cool.
Bling, bling.
Now that chain can't be real.
This ring, these 2 chains, and these glasses cost me $16 on Amazon. I ordered them last night. They were on my front steps when I opened the door at 6:30 this morning. I mean, Amazon is incredible.
Yeah, I buy it. It's convenient. It really is.
Amazon's going to rule the world. All right. I'm going to go eat something, brother. Let's catch up later.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining in. Good luck. We'll be live later at some point.